I am not helper guy. I'm not fucking gonna
No
add my
fucking way.
opinions into other people's arguments.
Norm, we were talking about this yesterday.
Fuck that.
If somebody says something that you don't agree with at all, I'm almost 90% of the time, I'm just going, oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I love Trump. No, he's got some good ideas. I
Gotcha.
hate Trump. He's terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
I'm just not getting involved.
Take it easy.
It's not what I only want to talk to people who already agree with me. I'm already friends with. We just want to shit on comedians we hate.
That's it.
That's all we want to
Isn't
do.
that the easiest, most fun thing to do?
Yeah,
just shit on comedians we hate.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't get that. Like
Jumping in.
jumping in
No
is the worst.
way.
thing to
You're
do.
nuts. And that crazy guy, you're gonna jump in and like,
yeah.
And what could you say to make him go, fuck, dude, I didn't think.
Yeah, you're right. Excuse me, Mr. Asian man. I apologize. This man. Yeah, unless you're fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The most you can do is look at the Asian dude and just go like,
Sorry, man.
yeah.
It's like you have a gun.
Yeah.
And you're the one with the gun on you.
I bet you would love to see him just take his badge off and just be like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on. Let's go.
Man to man right now.
And then he pulls some stereotypical kung fu moves. Like, oh, damn it. Oh, yeah.
I use his rage against him.
What the hell else is going on? Gamer.
That's nuts. That's Washington Square Park.
Washington Square Park.
All those NYU kids out there. I would love to. There's so much fun there. You'd love to see those NYU kids who are like, I believe in equality. Like, there's some gray lines. There's some gray areas that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
It's a black dude screaming that racial stereotype word at an Asian dude, and you're going to be like, I actually am not trained for this.
They've concocted it into, though, like, watching him scream that slur at the Asian guy, they can twist that around to be some form of systemic white racism
Asian hate.
that made him do that. Right.
There's that.
Right. That made him, as a black man, do that. Which, again, is so racist. You're thinking they're so impressionable that you can,
When I've gotten into arguments with women, I'm like women in comedy, and it's like, Metzger had an ex-girlfriend, I forgot her name. She wrote an article about how, like, she goes, hey, I know we're supposed to, like, hate dudes right now, but, like, dudes have always helped me. They're the only ones who've helped me in this industry. And actually, the only ones who've been jerky to me are women. They've been kind of jerky and, like, and catty. And she got so much shit for it. But she was like, I keep seeing you guys send up these men who are actually putting me on shows and helping me, and nobody's cutting my legs out from under me. Nobody's talking behind my back in the male community. And so it's like, and then when you bring that kind of stuff up, they go, well, who socializes women to be that way to other women? It's men. And you're like, oh, you can't take any blame, huh?
Can't win that one. There's no blame. There's no responsibility. There's no accountability.
And it's like, who are you what world are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We put you on our shows. We were walking your fucking car. What are you talking about?
It's some of the most sexist or racist or homophobic things that come from people that make excuses like that, because the excuse is always based on the person they're trying to defend being somehow so weak that they can't fend off this male influence to make you, to turn you into a monster to other women, or to turn you into a racist, or to turn you into somebody that they can't quite grasp responsibility.
It's when you're trying to put blame on someone, and it's like it's probably the wrong way to go. It's like we have to punish somebody. It's like, no, let's correct the situation. Don't worry about blame. Don't worry about punishing.
Always blame.
Remember Steubenville rape case where they had a video of that girl that was like an anonymous like found the footage and like took it was these football players.
Yeah.
With a passed out woman. Just like arms and legs, just bring her to the room.
God.
My friend wrote an article about it. It was like, that's clearly wrong. But like, look at in the video, you see other high school women there kind of like looking at it and not saying anything.
Oh boy.
She's like, well, what makes them not want to, they're also not to blame, but like what makes them need to stay quiet in that moment?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, we got to like start educating each other to like, hey, let's
what a great point.
Other.
Like, what does make them? Is it fear?
It's fear. It's not want to be ostracized.
But it's not fear of, oh, I'm going to be next.
No.
It's fear of I will be an outcast.
Be a nerd,
and shit.
Going against the grain. Like we were talking about the Holocaust. You can say like, hey, this is wrong. You need someone else to start. And then you can be like, yes, that guy's right. This is wrong. You can't be the first one. It's a strange psychological thing. And you put people in the situation. I mean, I've been at parties where somebody's like way too racist. And you don't, you'd love to be the guy who goes like, hey man, not cool. But what you really do is just go in your head, go, please stop talking. Let's just talk about the Yankees instead.
Stop it.
Stop, please just stop. And you just want it to go away. And then someone looks at you and goes, and he said nothing. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't comfortable.
Shit.
You know, or
And then they
with their
came
wife,
for me.
or fighting with their husband, like, you dickless piece of shit. And you're like, you're not gonna be like, hey, you're just like, oh, please stop this. Let's go back to charades.
We were having fun.
Yeah, we're having so much fun. This is so weird for all of us. Like, you just want it to go away.
Yeah. Make it stop.
Yeah. And that's what those girls, they just wanted it to not be, or like, you could just bury it for a minute.
I bet he caught a lot of shit writing that, because it almost seems like you're blaming women for not jumping in and saying something.
This was a female writer who's like,
it was a female.
Whole
Okay.
career is like leading women to like be better people.
Oh.
So she's like, well, let's examine what makes high school students not able to. stick up for
especially if
themselves.
you're high school. Your whole game is trying not to be an outcast.
Not to be, somebody gives you a hat, you're like, I'm not wearing a
Lasts
hat.
forever.
I'm not wearing a hat.
Yeah,
it looks like a nice hat, but if I'm
Yeah.
wrong on this, I'm
You gotta
fucked.
do it.
I'm wearing exactly what everybody else wears.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm taking a chance.
Because it lasts forever. If you're dubbed a geek or a dweeb or a fucking whatever, you were that for high school, unless you move.
That's why everybody loved college. It was a complete chance to start
Right.
over.
A clean slate.
To go out of
reboot.
state, and then you're like, I can be whatever I want now.
Yeah, start completely over. Yeah, but high school, wow, that was a bitch of a time to. So you're not really going to jump in there and try to defend somebody.
You can't. It's unfair to think they would.
Yeah,
But socially, what would happen to you if you stand up for anything? Like, if you're into stamp collecting, you have to hide that.
And doing the right thing and being, a hero isn't, at that time in your life, isn't worth sacrificing your reputation, whatever that might be, as a cool guy or something.
They talk about integrity, and you can't expect a high schooler to have it.
No.
When they talk about integrity, it doesn't mean like doing the right thing and getting rewarded for it. It means doing the right thing and getting strung up for it.
Isn't it great how as you get older, that kind of fades away? Like the giving a shit what people think and say. And it's weird because I think in the comedy industry, it happens faster where you don't give a shit.
Give a fuck. You get some failure early on, and they're like, then I give up.
Yeah.
So let's have fun.
But you people are shit talking me? Oh, okay. Whatever.
Well, I've shit talked to other people, so
I shit talk plenty of other people.
I do shitty things. They're probably not wrong. They're probably not
I've been
wrong.
a piece of shit.
What did I say? They got me on that one.
Yeah.
I was going skiing with my buddy Ryan O'Neill, his comic, and we were like going to the jump area, like the playground area. And he goes, we couldn't have done this in between. You could do it up until 12, and then from 12 to about 35, you can't do it. Because all these people are like, oh, you suck.
Yeah.
And at 45, we're like, yeah, we know we suck.
I don't care.
We know we suck. I'm getting 3 inches off the ground. and we know those guys don't care. They're just like, you go, I'll go next.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
To accept that it's like, I got air. And they were like, nice one, dude.
I don't really
Buried
recall
by the worry that they're going to look down on you.
Yeah. It was so important. And I don't really recall, I don't think it was an exact moment. Again, I think it's a gray.
When it stopped?
Kind of when you just go, I don't really fucking give a shit. There are people that take that way too far and go, I don't give a shit about anything. And, you see them walking the streets with no shoes and they're like, strung out.
Care a little.
Yeah. You got to care a little bit. But, when did I really start? And money might have had something to do with it. Like having the ability to not have to put on airs in order to get where I want to be. Like once I was kind of where I wanted to be in radio and I was making a great fucking income and I didn't feel I had to go, and be part of a group that was going to help me get to the next level.
Did you stop caring about, I'm sure like when you were coming up in radio, the same as stand up, I started like judging myself against other people. And then at some point, you're like, good for him for having success. Because I'm good. I'm doing what I want. So it's okay if they're better than me. If they're doing movies, great. Who cares?
Early on, it's very competitive to the point where you can't even. you hate thinking someone's good.
Yeah.
Like it hurts. You don't want them to be good.
Yeah.
So you kind of find every little thing to go, oh, he sucks, listen to this or that. But after a while, you're like, wow, that show was funny. Like, I find that show funny. That guy's funny. He's a good.
Yeah, it's like, hey, man, you're doing great. That was awesome.
Right.
And it's like, and it makes you feel good because it doesn't affect you.
Doesn't affect me.
I don't know when that comes, when you accept that doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's success.
I think there is an element of success, or at least if you're happy with where you are at that moment. Someone else might think, oh, this guy's nowhere. But, if you're happy where you are and you're having a good time, why wouldn't you be happy for someone else, especially a friend? Like
Especially a friend, you should want them to. But there's that moment before that happens where you're like, it makes me mad.
The comedy industry is notorious for having friends just hate
you.
other friends' success. I've seen it over the years.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's funny when it's joked about, because I've seen people. Bill Burr's done fucking great.
Yeah.
And there's other comics that'll just shit on Bill because he's doing so great. But I don't think there's no animosity there.
Not a hack.
It just seems to be
a great comic, so they're also like, you should be doing well. That's great.
It just seems to be what people do. They just got to go, fucking Burr. Or
my friend Matt Fulcher,
Rogan.
I think, had a joke. Was it Matt Fulcher? I think it was him. But he had a joke about like, you're supposed to be happy for people's success. This is when we were open micers. And he was like, but why would you be? That's like passing a homeless guy with a Big Mac. And he goes, oh man, I'm so hungry. He's like, I know I was hungry too, but now I have this Big Mac. You should be happy for me, dude. You should be happy for me that I got this Big Mac. I was so hungry and you should be happy for me.
That's good. Yeah.
What?
And you could see when you wouldn't mind if he has a Big Mac. If you
have a steak, it's like,
have a
great, man.
steak.
I know you were hungry. That's awesome for you.
You got a Big Mac. You've just had one or something.
Anybody books a sitcom now in the comedy? I'm like, I have zero interest in booking sitcoms. I don't want to. They're corny to me. I don't want to do them. But I'm like, hey man, great. That pays really well, huh?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? But I don't know when it happened.
Yeah.
There was no moment.
Yeah, and I think it's a combination of things, like it's sort of a gradient.
Yeah.
Where it's your own feeling good about what you're doing, regardless. Age. I think age has something to do with it. Your comfort level financially. Like I said, I think that has something to do with it. But
late enough times.
Yeah. If you're getting laid consistently and things like that, why would you care?
Yeah.
But it was so important, especially when you're trying to do something, make it in something. For years, when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, I was in bands. Me and my brother, constantly. My buddy Joe Curry, we were all in bands together, and we hated other bands that were doing well and getting those.
They must all suck. That guy sucks for this reason. That guy sucks for this reason.
Fucking guy can't play. He sucks. The guy's voice stinks. He's this. He's that. Because you just wanted to be in that position where they were being looked at by a label, or they're getting a good gig, opening for a name band or something, and it mattered then. It's so weird.
I remember getting to the point where telling myself about getting past at the Comedy Store. When people would get past, I'm like, fuck, why? And then someone would hit me like, it's not them or me. So if she comes in to showcase people, she's not like, I'm only taking one person. So
right.
It's just not me.
So why am I mad at the person that's not?
It's not. They're not taking the one spot. It's just me. It's me or not me. It's not. She could pass 7 people tonight.
Yeah.
So it's just she's not passing me. So it's like, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. It feels so much better now to be this confident.
It's a lot more
Go,
relaxing. Yeah, you're not just fucking crazy.